There's no respite in sight for former West Bengal Minister Partha Chatterjee and his close aide Arpita Mukherjee as their ED custody came to an end. They were sent to 14 days of judicial custody, which means that they will now be shifted to a jail. The ED will be, however, allowed to interrogate the two inside the jail as well in the teachers' recruitment scam. While opposing the bail plea moved by Chatterjee's lawyer, ED highlighted how the suspended TMC leader could use his clout to influence witnesses, also mentioning how he had been highly non-cooperative even during custodial interrogation, refusing to sign seizure documents for papers found in his own home, and all this despite massive cash haul amounting to almost 50 crores. Partha Chatterjee's advocate countered the charges, saying that no one has come out and said that he had asked for a bribe either to the CBI or the ED, dismissing the non-cooperation charge, citing his innocence and age. But what created maximum ripples was the sensational oral admission by the agency in court on Arpita Mukherjee. They said that they fear a threat to her life and also asked the court to order testing her water and food before it is served to her in jail. This claim led to the court to order necessary steps to be taken to ensure that Arpita remains safe and secure in jail. While no such precautionary steps have been prescribed for Partha, the BJP is citing this development to allege that even Partha's life could be at risk since they have exposed the rot in the TMC's ranks.
मेरा तो मन बोल रहा है सिर्फ अर्पिता का नहीं, पार्थ चटर्जी का भी लाइफ थ्रेट है। तो कारण पार्थ चटर्जी ने जो भाषा कहा, जो हम षड्यंत्र का शिकार है, उससे तृणमूल कांग्रेस में एक बड़ा नेता लोग बहुत डर रहा है। किसका नाम बोल दे, सारे तथ्य कैसे उन्होंने प्रेस का सामने या कोर्ट का सामने लाए, इसके लिए डर रहे तृणमूल का नेता लोग। इसीलिए पार्थ चटर्जी भी थ्रेट में है। इसलिए पार्थ चटर्जी और अर्पिता दोनों का सुरक्षा में पूरा ध्यान देना चाहिए।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, joining us on the debate, Sanju Verma continues with us, Baisakhi Banerjee, political analyst, and Banerjee, political analyst. And the first question is to you, Professor Manojit Mondal, spokesperson of the TMC. Who would try and kill Arpita Mukherjee?
I mean, who is saying this? I really don't understand.
It is the ED who has said this in court, sir.
Some days back, you're all after both of them. That's ED's problem. ED can say anything. ED is, again, it is proven beyond reasonable doubt. The ED is unable to crack the case, prove the case, despite the fact that they got about 13-14 days time in their custody. It again validates our point that the ED is abysmally a failed organization with having just 0.5%, not even 0.5% of conviction rate, just targeting the opposition parties. You know, everyone knows how Trinamool Congress, Abhishek Banerjee, his family,
so you're
some
saying
of
that
our
they are
other
lying.
leaders are systematically targeted for the last 4 years. I'm not saying anything. What I'm saying is amply clear. The ED, why did not they ask for the custody? Has the case been cracked? Are they already confident about giving them charge sheet?
The ED's apprehensions are wrong. Why did the court order for security to be given?
You are talking about this is a mountain of cash, such a humongous, you know.
Why did the court ask for security to be given to Arpita Mukherjee if that is
days of the custody,
immaterial?
ED is apparently ED has completed the investigation. We are asking this question. In fact, we still want a time-bound investigation and logical conclusion of the case as soon as possible.
Sanju Verma, this is nothing but a fig leaf because the ED has failed, so now they have cooked up this fantastical theory of poisoning. Sanju Verma.
Padmaja, I did not interrupt Manojit Mondal. I hope the good professor will extend me the courtesy. I just want to say one very important thing.
Rest assured, madam. Rest assured.
Which is very important for your viewers. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mondal. I did not interrupt you. Padmaja, when did the ED take Arpita Mukherjee and Partha Chatterjee into custody? July 23rd, 2022, and till date they were in ED custody. And now I think it's a victory for the ED that now they will be in judicial custody, which means they go behind prison bars, and ED has been given the right to interrogate them. judicial custody, which I think is very, very important. This only happens when there is more than prima facie evidence. This is what the court has said. And let me tell you one other very important thing. You know, sitting here and saying that the ED has a strike rate of 0.5%, why don't you also mention that the ED in the last 8 years has confiscated assets worth 99,366 crores? Why don't you talk about the fact that there have been 888 prosecution cases filed by the ED in the last 8 years, whereas only 104 prosecution cases were filed in the 10 years of UPA. So please stop doubting the bona fides of ED. The Supreme Court on July 27, 2022 said ED has the right to conduct search and seizure.
Okay, this is not about the antecedents of the ED. Let me ask you, Baisakhi Banerjee, since you have yourself been conversant with the facts of the case, who would want to harm Arpita Mukherjee? Or is this only a theory being cooked up by the ED?
No, certainly not. I would like to point out just one thing. Today, suddenly, after so many days, a new theory is coming up that Partha Chatterjee's advocate is saying that he doesn't know Arpita to that extent. He has met her. He has met her a number of times in the Puja Mandap, and from there the joint properties have developed, 31 LICs have developed, and so many fake companies, so many properties have developed. From this kind of a theory, which if cooked by an influential politician like Partha Chatterjee, there is a clear signal that a conspiracy is being hatched against women like Arpita, who has been used as almost a private bank where this ill-gotten money was stashed. Now there is a threat that she can just open up Pandora's box, she can just gulp out things, and she has already gulped out things which has threatened a number of people perhaps. We are only seeing the tips of the iceberg. We are only seeing Partha Chatterjee, who is right now under the radar. There can be many
more. So who are you insinuating?
And that is why
who are you insinuating could hurt her?
This is no figment of imagination.
And why would they hurt her?
No, I'm just pointing out to the thing that definitely they would want to hush up the entire scam. That is, we have seen just a little bit of it. I myself had been a part of this educational system, and I have seen that the system has rotten from the core. So, and this person who is right now in the ED custody, who is right now in the jail custody, had been caught by ED. Partha Chatterjee had been responsible for cooking up this entire mess. So I cannot say that there was no conspiracy and this is just a figment of imagination that Arpita can be harmed. If ED has hinted to some kind of harm for Arpita, there must be some well-connected theory behind it.
Anirban Banerjee, well-connected people who would want to silence an inconvenient Arpita.
See, the moment you bring up the issue that a woman might be stalked and harmed or even murdered, only one politician who is currently active in the scenario, his name comes to mind, who was supposedly in jail for 82 or 90 days for a fake encounter, and also there were allegations of stalking a woman and killing her.
Anirban Banerjee, can we please stick to the point? Why do we always have to make things vile and completely irrelevant? Let's stick to the topic. Who would want to harm Arpita?
Yeah, that is the topic. Whenever this kind of a situation comes up, only one person comes to mind. I'm forgetting his name. I think you know him very well. But anyway,
I mean, Baisakhi Banerjee is saying very clearly, there is a rot in the education system. There were people who filled their pockets and lined their nests. And there are those same people in Bengal who would want Arpita out of the way or shut up. Now, who are those people? Professor Manojit Mondal. Who are those people who would be harmed if Arpita starts speaking?
If there are more people, then ED has to come up with definite information. What are they doing? I mean, we have got nothing to do with the case. Mr. Partha Chatterjee was in the ministry. Yes, he was a very important part of the ministry. Yes, he was a very important part of the party. But we took barely 5-6 days to take action.
You took a week.
Even till now, the man is not even charge sheeted.
You took
That's
a week,
the moral
but you're not
standing of
answering,
the party and the government.
There is threat to the life
Now,
of Arpita Mukherjee.
who are these people?
Let's look at the options.
I mean, how do you answer such a question?
Who could gain by harming Arpita? Let's play.
We are very clear.
The
party has got no connection with the case, neither with the money, nor with the woman.
Sir, who
and
could
now,
gain by harming
not
Arpita?
with Mr. Partha Chatterjee.
Today there is a very serious allegation. This is not a joke.
To protect them.
May I come in?
wants to, send friend requests to them.
I need to make
if
a
the
small
BJP
point,
wants to
Who could
defend,
gain?
Mr. Partha Chatterjee.
Padmaja.
Who could gain? Sanju
That is
Verma. Who could
BJP's
gain?
problem.
See, like they say in a financial fraud, you have to follow the money. In this case, you have to follow the lead of who would gain.
As soon as possible.
Who would gain?
They can prevaricate like they have been doing for many other cases.
Okay.
The systematic targeting of the
Sanju Verma, who could
They
gain?
can do
Okay,
this.
Professor Mondal, who could gain? Sanju Verma, who could gain?
Padmaja, it's very important for you and your audience, I'm sure you're aware of this, that when you are sent into judicial custody, the accused is not just the responsibility of the state government, but also the court under section 167 of the CRPC Code of 1973. So if, it has been said that Arpita Chatterjee's food, water, etc. should be tested before it is given to her, this is a serious matter and no laughing matter. It means that the magistrate has taken this threat on board. And let me tell you that one of the main residences of Arpita Mukherjee from where crores of cash was recovered was in Belgharia, where TMC has its office. Its key registered office is in Belgharia. Your TMC leaders used to go in and out of Belgharia office. Are you saying you were not aware of what was happening in Arpita Mukherjee's residence? Partha Chatterjee was in and out of Belgharia every single day, and joint properties have been confiscated, which showcase that both Partha and Arpita were working in
Okay, so
tandem.
let me ask you then. You are saying that there is an undeniable connection. Baisakhi Banerjee, I'm going to ask you point blank. Who would gain from having Arpita out of the way?
See, I feel that the kind of scam that has been exposed, this is so huge. It can't be the handiwork of just single Partha Chatterjee. There is a very well-built network and very important people associated with it, because I have seen that when I was a part of the system, recommendations used to pour in from every corner and from almost all influential people.
Who?
Now, how many of them
Like
were
who?
simple
Are they politically connected
and how
people?
Many of them were in lieu of money? That has to be yes. Politically connected people have now become, actually they have now tried to monopolize education sector, and they have tried to exert their political influence to, and as a result the meritorious has been
so are these political parties of West Bengal who would be trying to silence Arpita Mukherjee?
Of course.
Okay. Anirban Banerjee, you were wondering whether it is somebody who has been in jail and fake encounter. You have Baisakhi Banerjee saying it's a prominent political party in West Bengal who would want to silence Arpita.
Baisakhi is a leader of the BJP. She will naturally blame the state government and the TMC for everything. But for the sake of the judicial system, I'd actually request her that if she has the detailed information about this entire so-called scam, why not go ahead and supply those information to the ED, and also support the demand of Madam Mamata Banerjee that the ED conclude the entire investigation within 90 days. I think that is a very reasonable demand.
I would like to point out that when time will come, I will definitely expose each and every one, because I was associated with the higher education. The school service, definitely I was not associated with. Had I been having an iota of information, I would have readily gone as a responsible citizen. Because instead of hiding the crime, this is a time that we should expose the crime, because the entire future of the nation is ruined by people like you who are trying to defend the indefensible.
No, ma'am, why is this not the right time? I mean, why not go ahead just tomorrow?
Am I being asked about the higher education? One
let them know about
once the
everything.
higher education thing will come, I will definitely go. And for your information, I
Yeah, but
have
you are
penned down
squarely
all
blaming
the
Partha
charges of
Chatterjee for
corruption I've
everything,
sent to the
and you are
right
claiming that there are many other
I
people
hope that
involved
will
in
be
it.
taken up
Then why wait?
in due course of time.
So, ma'am, why wait? What is due course of time? Is this not a very good time?
You are now playing with words. Don't juggle with words.
No, I am not
said
playing with any
that
words.
This
You
cannot
have the
be done by
information. The
single Partha
investigation is
Chatterjee.
going on.
He has
Partha
got a
Chatterjee
very
is in custody.
wonderful
Why not
network.
go ahead and help them with the
And this kind of the huge amount of money. This can't come only from school service. This has got a huge. Partha Chatterjee has monopolized the entire education sector.
Okay.
From the
Fine.
higher
That
to
is
the
why.
absolute.
That is why. you
Okay,
should
these
go
are the
ahead
charges
and-
being made
Also,
by you, but
when
the issue and the allegation today is very simple. From corruption, it has gone to a point where witnesses or people who are accused are facing a threat to her life, and this is not being said by anyone except the investigating agency itself. So if there are more people involved, like Baisakhi Banerjee seems to be suggesting, one has to ensure that the witnesses involved are kept safe and every piece of evidence is kept secure. Thanks very much, all gentlemen. Sanju Verma and Baisakhi Banerjee for joining me. Thanks for watching.